Welcome to I Love the Library. I'm Donnell Haspel and I'm one of the reference librarians here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. Well, we received our July book page. And for those that aren't familiar with the book page, it's a wonderful resource to find a good book. And I found most of the ones that I have on display here on this page. This column happens to be for book clubs, so these books are highly recommended for book clubs. So I'm going to show you some of them here. This is Jade, Dragon Mountain by Elsa Hart. And this one is actually set in China in the early 1700s. And its main character is an imperial librarian that's unjustly cast out of Beijing. So yes, bad things do happen to librarians. He wanders around until he gets to the city of Daean, which is right on the Tibetan border. And it just happens that his cousin is the magistrate of this city. Well, the emperor pretty much orders an eclipse of the sun. And while the people are waiting for this miracle to happen, a Jesuit astronomer is murdered. Well, the investigation into the murder lands in the ex-imperial librarian's lap, and he has to figure out who did it. So if you like Chinese history and literature, this book is good for you. The second one here is Our Souls at Night by Kent Haruf. And this one is about a widow, her name is Addie Moore, and a widower, and his name is Lewis Waters. They live in a small town called Holt, Colorado, and they've known each other for decades. As a matter of fact, she was friends with his wife before his wife died. And they're having a terrible time with loneliness, especially at night. So they decide to sleep together platonically, just so they have company at night. Well, of course, you can imagine all kinds of gossip starts in the small town. And even though their kids live far away, they're not happy either. And the two older folks decide that what they have together is more important than what other people think. The next one that I have is Above the Waterfall by Ron Rash. And this one is actually set in the North Carolina mountains, and unfortunately that area has all kinds of trouble with crystal meth. Well, the sheriff and a park ranger named Becky, they get embroiled in a real dark plot involving a family conflict, divided loyalties, and it's just a chilling portrayal of contemporary Appalachia. This one is Forever Beach by Shelley Noble. This one is about a young woman named Sarah Hargreave, and Sarah grew up in foster care. And so once she grew up and was stable, she decided she was going to help other kids. She took in a young girl named Lila, and she's decided that she wants to adopt Lila. But before the adoption becomes final, unfortunately, Lila's biological mother, who is a drug addict and of course did abandon her before, decides that she wants her back. So Sarah is scared to death she's going to lose this little girl that she loves. This one, Some Luck by Jane Smiley. This is the first book in a trilogy. And the trilogy spans 100 years of American history. And this book starts in 1920 with the return of the soldiers from World War I. And it goes through 1950s when they actually get electricity on their farm. And the trilogy really covers the social and economic changes that took place over that span of time. So if you need a good book to read, come on into the library. The book page is free. They're just laying around the library. If that doesn't help, you can ask one of us librarians. We read a lot, so we can give you recommendations. Otherwise, if you have a favorite book or a favorite author, let us know, and we can actually look up read-alikes. In other words, other books written by other authors that are similar to help you find a good book. Hope to see you at the library.